Good morning, Panther Cubs. Today is Tuesday of week 8. The word problem says Owen was trying to catch 250 Pokemon. On Monday, he caught 49, and on Tuesday, he caught 114. How many more Pokemon does he need to catch to reach his goal? If you have not finished all 4 problems, you need to pause the video and finish the work before continuing on. For those of you who are done all 4 problems, let's check them. Number 1, compare using less than, greater than, or equal to. So we have 2 numbers here. Oh, there, now we can see them. Okay, we're looking for the biggest values. So here is 4,000. Here is 4,000. So we go to the next. Next is 300. 300. Still isn't telling me anything. So I'm going to come over here to 70 and 30. Now I can know that I'd rather have 70 than 30, so I'm going to put the alligator eating the bigger number, and I'm going to read it just like a sentence. 4,373 is greater than, because 70 is greater than 30, is greater than 4,337. Okay? If you didn't get it right, fix it. And we're going to move on to number 2. Round to the nearest 100. And we have 7,251. Well, first, let's figure out what digit is in the hundreds place. HTO of the thousands house, HTO. So in the hundreds place is the number 2. So really, I'm trying to round 251 to the nearest 100. So I'm gonna, the 2 is what's telling me my endpoints, 200 and 300. We still can't see that, okay. All right. Okay, the 7, we're not gonna worry about too much, but it is there, so we can't forget about it. Now I'm looking at, I have 200 and I have 300. So really, what's doing the rounding here is this 5 or 51. So if I had 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, 280, 290, 300. 51 is about here. 51 I know is a green number, so it's going to go up. Okay, doing the shortcut, I'm looking at this 5. So I have my 2 and I move to the right and circle it. The number in the circle is the number that does the rounding part because it's the one that gives you your number line. So 5 is a green number, so it tells the 2 to go up to 3. And we do have to keep that 7 on there. So our final answer is 7,300. Okay, number 3, circle all true combinations of the number 250. So we're going to start out with letter A. It says 200s and 51s. I'm not getting out 51s, but we all know 51s is equal to 50. Okay, how much is 200 equal to? Well, 100, 200. So is the value of A 250, my 200s plus 51s? Yep. So A is good. Okay, B says 200s and 5 10s. So I'm thinking, what are my values of those numbers? Well, 200, 100, 200. What's the value of 5 10s? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Does 200 plus 50 equal 250? Yep, so that one's good. Okay, C, 25 ones. So that means 25 of these guys. Is 25 of those guys equal to 250? Nope. And D, 25 10s. So that's a lot of 10s. Okay, I already counted them out. But if we counted by tens 25 times, okay, to find the value of 25, we know that how many make 100? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So there's 10. Okay, make 100. Now we're going to go again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. There's another 100. So there's 20 tens. 20 tens was 200. And now I have these still left. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If I put it all together, it's going to be 250. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. 210, 220, 230, 240, 250. Because remember, we can use the tens to make up the 100, which is how 25 tens turns into 250. So A, B, and D were all correct. All right, moving on to the word problem. It says Owen was trying to catch 250 Pokemon. On Monday, he caught 49. And on Tuesday, he caught 114. How many more Pokemon does he need to catch to reach his goal? So we're going to start with the U. What is it we understand? So we're going to go sentence by sentence. Sentence number 1. Owen was trying to catch 250 Pokemon. So trying to catch, so that's kind of like his goal. Or he wants to catch, okay? He wants to catch 250. Monday, he caught 49. And then it says on Tuesday, he caught 114. How many more Pokemon does he need to catch to reach his goal? So we need to put our question in there. How many more to reach the goal? And what was the goal again? The goal was the 250 that he wants to catch. So now we need a plan. Yesterday I taught you that anytime we have the same label, he caught and he caught, he read and he read, he bought and he bought, we can add those numbers that have the same label together to figure out a total amount that he's already caught. Okay, if we're thinking about it as in a diagram, it's like, well, this whole thing is 250. Here's Monday, where he caught 49. Here's Tuesday, where he caught 114. And we're trying to figure out this piece that's left, okay? It's part whole. Oops, that's hard to read. Okay. So I want to figure out first, how much has he caught in all? So altogether, he has caught 49 plus 114. But the question's not asking me how much altogether that he's caught. The question is asking me, how many more does he need to catch? So when I see how many more, that means I'm figuring out this piece that's left over, and I can use subtraction to help me figure out what that missing piece is. So I'm going to do my bigger number. You can see in my picture, my 250 is bigger. So 250 minus whatever my answer was to how many in all that he has caught. Okay, so I'm going to come down here to my solve. So I'm going to do solve step 1, and then I'll check step 1. So solve step 1, 49 plus 114. Put the bigger number on top, because this is what I see a lot of you doing. Not bad. This is what I see a lot of you doing. This is saying that you have 4 hundreds because you put the 4 in the hundred spot. Okay, and you really would be filling that in with a 0. 49 doesn't have any hundreds, so 49 can't have any hundreds. It needs to have 4 10s and 9 1s. So that's why I'm saying put the bigger number on top, just so that we don't run into any issues of making that mistake. Okay. 9 plus 4 is 13. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 4 is 6. And 1 plus 0 is 2. So now that I'm done step 1, I'm going to check step 1, because if I got step 1 wrong, then step 2 will be wrong, which some of you saw yesterday. So 263, we work from the bottom back to the top. So bottom, middle, and hopefully our answer will be the 114. Okay, because we did addition in solve, in check, we do subtraction. Okay, bigger number on the floor, go next door to borrow 10 more. 13 take away 9 is 4. Bigger number on top, no need to stop. 5 minus 4 is 1. Oh, and I see that I got 214, so I did mess up because I added 1 plus 1 is there, so this really should have been a 163. Okay, see why it's important? This is why it's important to check our work in step 1, because if we make a mistake in step 1, then step 2 will not be correct, and we want to check our mistake or catch our mistake as early as possible. Now step 2, 250, take away our answer to figure out. So this piece was 163. We need to figure out what that piece is now. So 250 minus 163. Okay, bigger number on the floor, go next door to borrow 10 more. 10 minus 3 is 7. More on the floor, go next door to borrow 10 more. 14 minus 6 is 8. Numbers the same, zeros the game. So I'm going to, because that is my final step, I'm going to label it and circle my answer. 87 Pokemon. But I want to check it to make sure it's correct. So I'm going to work bottom to top, and it's going to be addition. So 87 plus 163. Put your bigger number on the top so that we're not putting things in the wrong columns. Okay, I don't want you, I know that you know how to add, but if we put the things in the wrong columns, then we're going to get the wrong answer. Oops. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 8 is 15. 1 plus 1 is 2. 250 matches with 250 over here. So 87 Pokemon is my answer that goes in the box on my paper.